In the heart of Ochuko village, there lived a remarkable woman named Amaka, the daughter of Adana. Amaka was known throughout the village for her striking beauty and unyielding strength of character. She was married to two men, Kelechi and Chinedu, a situation that astonished everyone in Ochuko. But how did this come to be? If you are just joining my channel for the first time and have not subscribed, please help to subscribe. Like and share this channel, as this act of love would encourage us to write and create more engaging stories for your view. We appreciate that and love you for doing that. Now let us quickly run back to our story. Many years ago, when Amaka was a young lady, she fell deeply in love with a humble farmer named Kelechi. Kelechi was an earnest man with a kind heart, though he struggled to make ends meet. Their love was pure and unshakable, a bond that became the envy of everyone in Ochuko. While Amaka's radiant beauty and charm attracted wealthy suitors who showered her with gifts, she remained steadfast in her choice. Despite pressure from her friends and family, Amaka declared, "Kelechi is the only man I will marry." True to her word, she became Kelechi's wife, and they began their modest life together. 3 years into their marriage, Amaka and Kelechi had a son named Chijioke, and Amaka was pregnant with their second child. But their happiness was marred by poverty. Kelechi's small farm could barely feed the family, and Amaka, though pregnant, tirelessly worked beside her husband. Friends who once envied her began mocking her, saying, You rejected wealth for love, and look where it has brought you." When Amaka was 6 months pregnant, Kelechi made a heart-wrenching decision. He would leave Ochuko for the city in search of a better future. Though devastated, Amaka supported his decision, hoping it would lead to brighter days. Months after Kelechi's departure, Amaka gave birth to a baby girl, Chisom. But life only grew harder. Kelechi's uncle seized his land, leaving Amaka and her children homeless. With resilience and determination, Amaka joined the village fishermen, helping to gather fish in exchange for a basketful each day. She sold the fish in the market to feed her children. Although the work was grueling, Amaka's natural optimism and resourcefulness kept her family afloat. She refused to let despair consume her. Yet, as the years passed with no word from Kelechi, her faith began to waver. One fateful day, a wealthy merchant named Chinedu arrived in Ochuko. Chinedu, a man of generosity and charm, was instantly captivated by Amaka's beauty and strength. Unlike other men who sought her hand in marriage, Chinedu was moved by her plight. He saw a woman of resilience who had endured great hardship and was determined to ease her burden. Chinedu established a thriving fabric business for Amaka, enrolled her children in good schools, and renovated her small house. Over time, Amaka grew fond of Chinedu, but she remained loyal to her absent husband. However, after 5 long years without hearing from Kelechi, Amaka made the difficult decision to marry Chinedu. Their wedding was a grand affair, and Chinedu's kindness brought joy back into Amaka's life. 3 months into her marriage with Chinedu, Amaka became pregnant with his child. Life seemed to have finally taken a turn for the better. Until one evening, A loud knock on the door disrupted their peace. Amaka opened the door, and there stood Kelechi. He looked unrecognizably haggard, his clothes tattered, and his eyes filled with exhaustion. Kelechi explained that after earning enough money to return home, he was robbed on his way back. Stripped of everything, he had spent years struggling to make his way home. Amaka was overcome with emotion. "You left us for 6 years. Kelechi," she cried, "do you know what I've been through?" Chinedu, who had been silently watching the exchange, remained calm and composed, though the tension in the room was palpable. Amaka explained everything to Kelechi. The hardships she endured, Chinedu's selfless help, and her eventual decision to marry him, torn between her love for Kelechi and gratitude toward Chinedu. Amaka faced an impossible choice. Kelechi was her first love and the father of her children, while Chinedu had been her savior and was now her husband. In a shocking decision, Amaka chose to stay married to both men. Though unconventional, both Kelechi and Chinedu agreed to the arrangement, their mutual love and respect for Amaka guiding their decision. They resolved to set aside their differences for the sake of their family. Life in the household was initially tense, but over time, Kelechi and Chinedu developed a cordial relationship, working together to support the family. Amaka later gave birth to a son, Obinna, whose paternity was uncertain but irrelevant to both men. Despite the whispers and ridicule from the villagers, Amaka stood tall, her unwavering courage earning the respect of many. She became a symbol of resilience and defiance of societal norms. Clients a day, teaching the people of Ochiko that love and family could transcend convention. Years passed, and the tale of Amaka, her 2 husbands, and their unconventional family became a timeless legend in Ochiko village and beyond. It served as a powerful reminder of love, resilience, and the ability to rise above societal expectations for the sake of unity and harmony. Amaka's children grew up in an environment filled with the unconditional love and care of their 2 fathers. Chijioke, her eldest son, became a respected farmer. Introducing innovative methods, he learned from observing Chinedu's business acumen and Kelechi's resilience. Shisom, her daughter, inherited Amaka's entrepreneurial spirit, expanding the fabric business that had once sustained them. She became a prominent trader and inspired other women in the village to pursue their dreams. Namdi, the youngest son, grew up under the shared guidance of Kelechi and Chinedu, learning the values of humility, diligence, and family. His identity as the son of both men became a unique symbol of the family's strength and unity, and he was often seen as the bridge between the 2 households. Despite the family's unity, life wasn't without its challenges. The village elders often debated the implications of Amaka's decision to marry 2 husbands. Some saw it as a defiance of tradition, while others viewed it as an extraordinary act of courage. Over time, the elders realized the family's strength lay not in their unconventional arrangement, but in the love and respect they showed one another. One day, the villagers decided to honor Amaka's legacy with an annual festival called the Feast of Unity. During this festival, families gather to share meals, recount Amaka's story, and celebrate the power of love and togetherness. The event became a symbol of the village's transformation, teaching future generations that traditions could evolve to accommodate compassion and understanding. Chijioke, Shisam, and Enamdi, now adults with families of their own, often spoke of their mother's bravery. They emphasized how her choices created a life filled with opportunities and love, despite the hardships she endured. Amaka's story also inspired women in surrounding villages to speak up for themselves, ensuring their voices were heard in matters of marriage and family. Even in their old age, Kelechi and Chanidu continued to live together, sharing fond memories of Amaka. They often spoke of her kindness, wisdom, and resilience, ensuring her story was passed down to their grandchildren. Though they were from different backgrounds, they developed a deep bond, proving that love could indeed transcend ego and rivalry. As the years turned into decades, Amaka's name became synonymous with courage and selflessness. The village elders, once critical of her choices, now spoke of her with reverence, a day using her story as an example of how love could break down even the most rigid societal barriers. Though Amaka was no longer physically present, her spirit seemed to linger in Ochoko village. Whenever the wind rustled through the fabric stalls in the market or laughter filled the air at the Feast of Unity, people felt her presence. They believed she was smiling down on them, proud of the legacy she had left behind. And so, the story of Amaka, the woman who married 2 husbands and united a family, became a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come.